France led by Jerome Daré. Men's match number 1 of the second Dubai Sevens. Here in the desert, restart from France from right to left. Flag goes up early on.
Well, effective start from France, but this Fiji's defence, that's something to really watch in this tournament. They are putting shots in everywhere.
First touch here for Kamaneli Rasaku. Takes it into the contact, able to get up yet again. Fiji looking to get things on early. Shift there from Talatholo, back inside. It's still play on, diving on the ball there is France. They get this one. Very Pasquet, who was brilliant last week. Nice little step there from Marvin O'Connor. Perez now loops it away. Here in midfield, Poulan Riva, the captain, gets a couple of nice little step footwork. Still going. French flair to the right-hand side. O'Connor shifts it to the far right. Joshua Truabal, 21 years of age. Handful of players just into their early 20s. Good recycle here to Pasquet. He steps off the left. Great bit of work here. And the flick into Perez is magic. France, first score in this game. And Stephen Perez gets us going in Dubai. And a kiss.
A nice little note back over Perez. The pivotal playmaker for the French. And it's exactly how France have been having success in Dubai. It's a massive amount of passes from them. Every game they're playing, they're moving teams around. And with that poor defence, Vakunabili not able to make the tackle. And then all too easy once the line is broken. One way for Perez. Lovely footwork from Riva. Changing direction, looking aware, keeping that balance. Ball in 2 hands, playing around with Fijians.
Perez, ponytail as well. The kiss, and there he is. Family back home, I love you. It is France that strike early. 7-0 after the successful conversion. Knockback. Ado comes though to Fiji, looking for an early response. Ball in one hand as they range up on the outside. Diving in the corner. It is absolutely fantastic. Josefa Talatholo gets a response for Fiji.
And that is a great response from the BFG. Striding down the field. Good competition in the Eloge. You're not able to quite get it back into Riva's hands, and then the man you want, he was on fire last week, Talathola. You know he's going to score when he gets to the 22 because he can pretty much reach it from there. Huge frame, 6'5", big presence, big player, big smiles.
Scored against Canada and Kenya last week. Josefa Talathola, and Bola to you as well, supporting Fiji. It is straight off the restart. The kick will go to the side. 7-5 in this clash. Fiji find themselves on the board. Made the most tackles last weekend. Perez has this little half gap for the French. Marvin O'Connor is with him. And again, they look to range up with Riva. Such good footwork earlier from the captain. Debuted here in Dubai in 2017. Perez stretches the distance again. Pasquet, they're going to cut back to Logel. O'Connor offers a switch to Riva yet again, who cuts back into the halfway line. Just 7 points separated these two teams last week. Into the pool again they go to face each other. Perez in midfield. Looking for a little step there. Through a bile, goes on the outside. Lots of little footwork from the wing three-quarter. Silver medalist at the Youth Olympic Games in 2018. It's a nice little build-up here from the French. Logel, crisp passing to Marvin O'Connor. Riva.
High tackle.
High hit.
We've seen similar tactic, the French playing into each 5-metre lines on the side. A huge amount of passes, which makes it so demanding on the energy systems of Fiji. Thunku taking the deep breaths. He's the one that put the high tackle in again. The French looking to build. They like their set plays.
O'Connor goes back to Perez, who floats a beautiful ball over the top on the one-hand bounce. It sits up through a ball. Keeps it alive. Pasquet can't get free on that far side. Tackle after tackle, and Fiji do turn this around, and they'll tap and go quickly. A little possession they have, but they make a huge impact when they do have it. Temba flicks it to that far side. Tackle needed to stick, and does. Coming on Talatholo. Although it's an error from Fiji. Rare as Marvin O'Connor cuts back in. O'Connor skips out of 2, gets a lovely flick back on the inside. What a contest this is on the outside for France. Firmino has space. Cutting back in. Riva needs more blue jerseys. Finds it in Perez. O'Connor. 2 minutes to go in the first half, and it's all France so far. Up 7-5. With little Stephen Perez thought about a kick. Lejeune comes in. It's been pinched again. This time it comes to Fijian hands. They flick it up. Space here to go. Nathungu throws a one-handed pass. Fiji looking to go the distance. They stutter. They step. And Felipe Sauturanga goes in. And that is fantastic yet again from Fiji.
Well, that felt like a bit of old school sevens there for 2 or 3 minutes. Fiji looking dangerous on the side. Get the ball back from the French. This one perhaps slightly speculative. I mean, I said that was forward all day there. But Talathola get the ball on the inside. And then it's Sauturanga getting the 5. The stop-start, fair play. Both teams putting some massive effort in this game so far.
A score of 4 tries last weekend, and they're certainly enjoying it here at the Seven Stadium. First lead in this game for Fiji, 10 points to 7, under a minute to play in the first half.
Those errors creeping in for the Fijians, though, that's what they've got to try and eradicate. They're always going to have the ball down because the way they offload doesn't necessarily always stick. But the French need to make the most of it and try and line break more.
France with possession now off the restart. O'Connor, little step there, and he plays his rugby in Clermont. Lejeune goes on the outside. Mignot. There's an impact since coming on. There's the number 8 for France.
Support your body weight.
Just making sure the nose is all right there. Got a bit of a hit as he was falling down. But the French now deciding to just slow it down a bit. The only problem is when you start playing so many wits, it can be a little bit tiring for the attack as well as the defence. So now the French go into one of their more foundational plays, their line out. Normally very creative in this. They like their rat plays, move people around, get quite creative in that. And this man's key to it all.
Well, they find themselves in the pool with Argentina, bronze medalist last week in Spain as well. So it'll be tough going in this pool. Last play of the first half. They trail now by 3 to France. No look, flick back in. It's a lovely pass to Marvin O'Connor again. To Lejeune on the outside. The big battering ram. Jonathan Lejeune. Boshes against 3 Fijian players. The real contest at the breakdown is Mignot.
Offside.
Is swamped. Perez taps and goes behind the mark. Varian Pasquet drifts across. Sees space here on this side to Truobal. He's got good feet, does Truobal. Just outside the 22 with France. They look to build again with Lejeune. Takes on the BFG and turns it back into O'Connor. Nice little switch and fend on Nathungu. Riva with a lovely little hands. Pasquet cuts back in. Varian Pasquet finds Marvin O'Connor. They're looping Truobal on the far side. We're going to check here. Have France scored to Joshua Truobal.
Well, Nathungu tried to push him, but let's hear what they're saying.
Try awarded. France sting back to close out the first half with a wonderful little try here from Joshua Truobal.
Check out the red on the clock as well. 1 minute 30 into extra time of this first half. O'Connor taking on the Fijians physically, and then this lovely hands. Riva throwing the ball out, the no-looker right across the front. Not an easy pass, that was some 10 metres, and then the link play, that's what gets you in behind Fiji. The backup support, the lovely footwork and sidestep. This is how the French need to play, and it's poised for a great second half.
Lovely slide, lovely camera work as well. Conversion attempt from the captain. Some wobbly old kick hits the upright. But that's okay. France have a lead here at halftime against Fiji by 12 points to 10. And Fiji kicking off from right to left. France Le Bleu to receive, up by 2 points. Contest at the restart. How does it sit up? Has anybody knocked that on? No, says our referee, Morne Ferreira from South Africa. And early touches here for Fiji. Strong fend in midfield. As they look to leave it up. Nathungu, Wasia Nathungu throws a lovely little ball. Clattered down there and still there for Talathola now on the outside. And speaking of BFGs, there's so many tall, brilliant timbers, and Joshua Vakurnabili, the captain, takes the lead for his country.
The 1-2 combination on the right, look at the crowd loving it. Fiji support wherever you go in the world, on and off the screen. And it's the good fend. That's what you want to be seeing. Rosaku, physical specimen. A nice little touch, Nathunku putting the ball into the space. Big collision midfield as well. But then it's the two giants out wide. Talathola said how pivotal this guy is in the game of sevens and gets it across to his equally his big mate, Vakurnabili.
49th try for Joshua Vakurnabili. Sideline kick, raises the flags, and it's Fiji who lead now in the second half, 17 points to 12. Down the middle they go. Contestable yet again. Talathola knocks it down, but Perez has it. Great little skill there from the playmaker for France. They really have some tremendous talent in their side. As Truabal scored one in the first half, has a little run with Mignot. Legel, the record holder, the veteran, most appearances. To the far side, France look to Rian Ribage, knocks it on.
Oh, what a shame for Perez. That was a wonderful impact from him previously, where he just attacked the ball. Love to see that on the restarts. But there,
Subs.
an error. Mentioned they do creep in. The French didn't start well last tournament, but continue to find their form throughout. Big substitution for them, bringing on Jordan Sefo. He is a huge winger for them, and they'll be looking to try and see him both defend admirably, but also carry pretty hard as well. The Big 12, you get a chance to see him. New generation of this French sevens team.
Long way to go for these sides as we stop 2 of 9. We'll head to Spain for our first 2 ever tournaments there in Malaga and Sevilla, followed by Vancouver, LA, Singapore, Toulouse and London for this new series. Shortened one by South Africa after 2 trips to Vancouver and Edmonton. But Fiji weren't there, so good to have them back. Daniele Yaya, the 25-year-old.
Wait, 9.
Gets the penalty, so taps and goes quickly for Fiji. All the way to the far side. Quick possession here for Rosaku. The big bounce jump. Rosaku. Although gives great possession for holding on. France capture this one. Down by 5, 4 minutes to play. Darien Pasquet. Oh, it's a bit messy from France, so it comes away to Fiji.
You're off your feet playing the ball.
But illegal play, so Perez goes quickly. Steven Perez into the backfield. Gets a good offload away. Lovely ball back on the inside from Jordan Sefu. How did he keep that alive? Still with Sefu. Here he comes. What an impact he has off the bench. France with numbers to the left-hand side. They've got to move this. Pasquet goes across. Ribage to Legel. A great moment for Jonathan Legel. 40th try in his record 71 tournament.
The man in the history books is continuing to impact for this French team, but it's Sefo, isn't it, mentioned about these new generation players coming through. Millimetre stuff on that touchline, how close he was. Perez somehow offloads the ball as it's bundled into touch and then going back the other way where the space is. The French passing game, as we continue to suggest, is the way they want to play, and it's providing the goods.
Brings up his 200th point for his country, Jonathan Legel. This kick skims the side. 17-all, we locked up with under 3 to play. 24-17 was the scoreline last week. Fiji scored it to death to take it a week ago here. What lessons have France learned with their coach, Daré? They get the restart. Sefu flicks it away. Pasquet changes direction. France go up the middle. Ribage.
Clear release.
Penalty again, so Fiji making mistakes at the breakdown. Jordan Sefu, such a big frame, takes him on himself with Pierre Mignot. William Iragua on the field wearing 4 for France. Ribage. Pasquet cuts back in. Darien Pasquet looking to light this game up. Lovely little switch. Rian Ribage is there into the 22. Legel to that far side. Oh, it is William Iragua and they're dazzling in Dubai.
Iragu takes the lead for the French as they started this game. They're hoping to end it, and it is just relentless from Fiji with these tackles, but a player on the backfield means there are only 6 in the line. 4 in shot space on the blind side, and exactly the space where you can see in the background Montana is walking back to is exploited by Iragu.
Delight so far for the French. Look at that. It's been 9 years since they've beaten Fiji in Dubai, and they're getting very close. 22 points to 17.
Time back on.
It's just over a minute to play.
You're never going to see a stressed Fijian, but they're looking down the barrel of potentially 4 losses on the bounce, so they need to step up.
Knock on lap.
An error off the restart provides opportunity for France.
Orange
Iragu,
over.
Sefu. So crisp in match number 1 of this 2-day tournament. Lovely little flick back in. De Mortier, one of the new players that's been brought in. The injury to Niseo Uya, and that's why he's here. Ethan De Mortier, 20 years of age. Another crop of those fresh French players coming through. Well, under 30 seconds to go. Fiji will need to attack to get possession. They're down by 5. Stays with France. Riva, Legel. Pasquet, William Iragu. Oh, lovely cutback, De Mortier, fresh legs! Look at him range! France looking for a famous victory here. A stunning tackle, just 5 out. Nobody there. It's still to Pasquet. 7 seconds left. Little kick through. Big hit there on Rian Rabaj. Given possession away though. 7 points will do this for Fiji. They hack it ahead. Is that the right move? I don't think so, because there's 3 blue jerseys there. Just needs to go out. Rabaj does the soccer skills, and it's a famous French victory. First time in 9 years here in Dubai. They've beaten the French.
The referee's just checking that he wasn't checked after the kick. Why he kicked it, I've got no idea. Last play of the game, Fiji, keep the ball in hand. Let's hear the conversation.
Yes, what do you got?
So after the kick has gone,
Yeah.
Chase is coming through, the kicker. Blue 6 changes his line, takes him out.
Takes him out.
Yeah.
I have
Okay,
to
so
agree,
penalty
it did look
where-
like that.
Penalty on the kick.
Where the kick landed. Can you get me that spot, please? Okay, so number 6, late tackle. Penalty back there.
That's a massive call, and rightly so. The first kick, speculative. Second one, crazy.
15 in.
But you have to look at the angle. As soon as the ball is
Penalty
kicked,
here, penalty here. Penalty here.
he's contested, he's looking. He tried to
tackle.
move out the way. He'll plead that all day.
Well, the drama continues. Take back that stat. Fiji have possession. And they are 2-time gold medal champions. So what can they do with this? From their 22, they've had very little possession here in the second half, and are down 2 tries to 1. Fiji from their own line, looking for a little dummy there. Batura Theory throws it away. And it's their opportunity that has gone for Fiji. They had a chance, but it's France that hold on for this outstanding performance in match 1. And they